Hello guys, and this will be another movie review by me, of course. And you're probably wondering who this guy to my right is, and that's my brother Ryan, a comic book fan. So in this movie review, we're doing Captain America: Winter Soldier. Comes out on Friday. We saw an advanced screening of it yesterday. He will be doing the comic book fan review of it, while I'll be doing an average person who just sees movies review of it. Plot wise, I thought it was well thought out, and there's certain stuff that couldn't happen in real life. Like, there's one part where Captain America throws his shield in like a ship, and he just like keeps on jumping on the ship and stuff. I'm like, that could not happen. And there's certain parts in the script where like there's one part where Black Widow gets shot, and she's like just like I'm like they had to constrict to a PG-13 rating, but like if they really want to make it more realistic, they would have thrown in a couple of curse words at certain parts of the script. And even though it seems like this movie's gonna be like a Dark Knight type movie, all dark, they did really put in a lot of light, like jokes and stuff in it, which I thought that was one of the strengths of the film. Pacing wise, I thought it was decent. It went slower than other Marvel films. It's not as slow as Prisoners. But Prisoners was meant to be slow. It could have went faster, but I thought it was still decent. Acting wise, everyone was good. Notable ones: Robert Redford, Scarlett Johansson, Chris Evans, and Anthony Mackie. Samuel Jackson had a limited role, but he still did pretty good. And Sebastian Stan, the guy who plays Winter Soldier, he did good, but I did think he overacted at certain points. You'll find out when he comes up. He has very minimum lines. Character development wise, they don't really develop Falcon really for you to really be attached to him, like care about him if he dies or not. I wanted more development for Winter Soldier because I wanted it to seem like really build up to some major villain. And visuals wise, I thought visuals were good. I don't think it's gonna be nominated for the Academy Awards, but it's still good enough to be on the short list. And I give this film an 8 out of 10. Few stuff really put it down for me. He will be giving the comic review of it. And,
Okay, so the correlation of this for the comic book storyline, it was pretty much spot on. So, the comic book storyline was Bucky still being alive after dying in World War II, and being brainwashed and controlled to be an assassin for a group, and then Captain America eventually convincing him that, making him realize that what he's doing is wrong, and then, yeah. And that's pretty much exactly what they did in this movie. So that was good. And the Bucky as Winter Soldier in this was pretty much exactly like what he was in the comic book. Like, they didn't do what they did in Iron Man 3 and have the whole Mandarin thing. So that's good. And I personally think the Falcon that they had in this movie was better than the one in the comic books, but I don't really know the comic Falcon that well, so I can't really say. But I just think this movie version of Falcon was just, cooler and funny and stuff. But I don't know if he's like that in the comic books or not, so. And, yeah. Yeah, so it was pretty spot on for the comic.
what's your rating?
I give this a 10 out of 10, and I personally think it's one of the best superhero movies that's been made.
So those are our ratings: 8 out of 10 for me, 10 out of 10 for him. Now we're gonna be getting to our spoilers part. If you have not seen the film and don't want to be spoiled, please leave off this page and come back after you've seen the film and we'll talk about spoilers for us. We're not gonna hit the post credit right away. We're just talking about other stuff. I thought they revealed too much of Robert Redford in the trailers, his character.
Yeah, because you pretty much kind of knew that he was gonna not necessarily be Red Skull, but just be
Hydra affiliate.
just be affiliated with Hydra. Because I personally thought he was gonna be Red Skull, but I was wrong. I mean, it wasn't necessarily wrong.
But they foreshadowed after he got shot.
Yeah, like
they just keep on going on.
Yeah, because after he got shot, they just kept showing him dead. So I think that in next Captain America or possibly an Avengers movie. Maybe they'll reveal that he was actually Red Skull and he's not dead or something like that.
And like,
I don't know.
For the next Captain America film, I would not be surprised if they pick Crossbones to be a villain, because I've already seen like you think he's dead, but he
Yeah.
actually comes back.
Yeah, they show
he's
it.
like so badly burned.
They show
Like,
his body just lying. They're just showing
He's
like
in the
operating
hospital.
on him when he looks like Deadpool pretty much. He's just like all messed up. His whole body's like scarred, burned, everything.
And Arnim Zola, he's not exactly a robot, but he's basically an AI, like a computer.
Yeah, sort of
So-
like Jarvis.
So
but
like he
not
does
advanced.
take on basically the role like he did in comics as a robot. So I thought that was good. And then like other people that like there's like certain people in this film that end up being Hydra affiliated people. I'm like in the earlier films they never revealed anything for them to like, is that guy Hydra or anything. So one of them is the senator from Iron Man 2. He's hardly in the film, but you can still see him in 2 scenes. And other one was Jasper Sitwell. He's been in a couple other ones, not really in a lot, but he's
yeah,
been
I think
in
he was in a Marvel short.
Marvel, yeah.
I don't remember what
the
it's called
Thor
though.
one, the Thor one.
Yeah, but the one for the first Thor movie. So if you have that, go check that out.
And now we're gonna start talking about the credit spoilers. There are 2 scenes, so one during the mid-credit scene and one after the credits, like Thor 2 and the Avengers. We're going to talk about the mid-credit scene.
Okay, so for the first post-credit scene, it's it's not post-credit, but for the first end-credit scene,
mid-credit.
It's roughly about the halfway through the credits. So that is where you see Baron von Strucker.
One of the villains. For the
And he's going to
Avengers.
be one of the villains in Avengers 2. And you see him talking to this other guy. I don't think they don't know, they didn't like reveal his name or anything, so I don't know if he's anyone of importance. But anyway, you see him talking to this guy, and
You see Loki Scepter.
yeah, they have they're in like some lab or something, and they have Loki's staff from Avengers in there.
And the
And-
Hydra affiliated.
Yeah, so, and they're obviously affiliated with Hydra. And it's like pretty much like, so, he's pretty much got like the Cosmic Cube in there, so, they can do some stuff with that. And then you get to see Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, who are going to be in Avengers 2, as well as Baron von Strucker. And you see that,
He made
so, since they couldn't have any ties to the X-Men, Baron von Strucker just tells the guys, like, or no, the guy asked Baron von Strucker, what about these 2 twins? So he just implies that
He
they
made
were a
them.
result of Loki's staff, I'm assuming. So, yeah, and you see them just like in these 2 cells right next to each other. And Quicksilver, the one thing about Quicksilver is that,
Bouncing off of the
yeah,
wall.
Quicksilver, he's just like going like crazy, just like running back and forth across this room. But it's weird because Quicksilver, he has like silver hair in the comic books, but like from the pictures that they've shown of him for the Avengers 2 filming, like he has blonde hair, but in this he has like black hair. So I don't know if that's something's gonna happen with his hair in the Avengers. And then you see Scarlet Witch in the cell next to him, and she's just like looks psychotic. Like she's just, there's like these wooden blocks in there that like babies have, and she's just like floating them. And then right before that scene ends, she just like smashes one of them. And yeah, it's just kind of disturbing.
And I'm gonna be talking about how this can lead to future films in like Phase 3 and stuff. So now Loki Scepter, that could set up like a 3 film villains trio in Avengers 3 with Thanos, because most likely it's gonna be Thanos.
Well, yeah, and actually it could possibly be 4 villains because they've never actually revealed if Red Skull is still alive. Because in the end of Captain America: First Avenger, you just see him go into the Cosmic Cube, but he didn't actually die. Because if you read the comic books, you know that there's been several times where you think Red Skull has died, but he's not dead. So you could possibly have 4 villains in Avengers 3, which would be Thanos, Baron von Strucker, Loki and Red Skull, possibly. And then you might think those are like unbearable odds, but since it's Thanos, you're gonna have the Avengers as well as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that
so
would be awesome.
yeah,
And I don't know how Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna match up to these post-credit scenes.
Guardians of the Galaxy is probably just gonna
do you think?
I
of the
think
stuff?
I would personally very like it if they had like a little post-credit scene for Nova or something, because I really think Nova deserves a movie.
Let's talk about the one after the movie. So stay after all the credits.
Oh yeah, but also before we go into that one, I just want to say that since Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are like being held by Baron von Strucker, it makes you assume that they're gonna start off as they might possibly start off as villains for the Avengers 2, but then somehow become heroes with them. Because as you've seen from the pictures they've released of it, they're obviously fighting with Hawkeye.
Yeah, and this could also start a romance between Scarlet Witch and the Vision.
Yeah, because Vision's supposed to be in Avengers 2, so, and as you know in the comic books, they got married. So.
Okay, yeah. So now we're gonna talk about this is the final time we're gonna talk about the end credit scene. This
Yeah.
will lead up to Phase 3, possibly even more films after Phase 3. And this one's about
Yes. So Bucky. So near the end of at the end of Captain America, when Bucky and Captain America are fighting on the third helicarrier, and after it gets shot down and it crashes, and this is after Bucky's like snapped out of his brainwashing. So they both crash in the water, and Bucky pulls Captain America out of the water, and then he just like leaves him there on the
Sure.
dirt or whatever. It wasn't like an ocean. It was like a river or something. And so then he goes to Smithsonian, and in there was the Captain America exhibit that they showed earlier in the movie when Captain America was going there. And he goes over to the Howling Commandos part of the exhibit, and in there they have a memorial for Bucky Barnes, since he was the only one of the Howling Commandos to die in battle.
Yeah.
So and then you just see him just standing there like reading what it says. So
And,
it kind of shows that he's just kind of remembering who he is now, kind of breaking out of that brainwash.
And this guy, Sebastian Stan, signed on for 9 Marvel films. So
Yeah, so
he's already been in 2. So
yeah, so he's still got 7 more movies. So that makes me think that they're gonna have Chris Evans.
He only got 2. He only got 3 more films.
Yeah, he's only got 3 more films to do. So that would be Avengers
2,
Avengers 2, Captain America's 3, and then Avengers 3. So then that makes me think that he's somehow like he might not necessarily die, but like something's gonna happen to him, and then I think that they're gonna have Bucky be the next Captain America, because in the comic books when Captain America died, they had Bucky be the next Captain America, and I mean he has 7 more movies left, so he's gotta unless they were to make a Winter Soldier movie where he's like working with S.H.I.E.L.D. or something, I don't see any way that he could fulfill those 7 movies without being the next Captain America.
So that is it for the spoiler part. If you've seen the movie, leave in the comment box below what you think of the film. If you like the video, please like it. If you haven't subscribed to me, please subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.